As your Murder Mayhem and Misadventure tour continues, you'll find yourself at the corner of East 5th Street in Trinity, home of the Austin Fire Department Central Fire Station, known as Fire Station Number 1. The station's been here a long time, and if you look toward the east, here underneath the tree, you'll find what looks like a small grave. Here's the story behind this marker. You are standing at Central Austin Fire Station. Under a pecan tree lies the patina brass marker for Earl J. Lee Summerrow, United States Navy, killed in action November the 11th, 1944. Earl was an Austin firefighter who entered the U.S. Navy during World War II. Our brother died aboard the USS Mount Hood. The ship started out as the SS Marco Polo in 1943 as a cargo ship. Then it was acquired by the U.S. Navy and refitted at an ammunition supply ship and renamed after a volcano in the Cascade Mountain Range of Oregon. But no one could know the irony of its new name. On November the 11th of 1944, in Seattleton Harbor, Papua New Guinea, when the ship exploded, being loaded with ammunition. All 350 men were killed, vaporized. No bodies were ever recovered. Here is a photograph taken from shore 4,300 feet away as a plume of water and explosions filled the air. The conversations must have been choked off mid-word. Gestures interrupted mid-air. Thoughts ended at midpoint. One moment she was a ship teeming with life, humming with activity. Seconds later she was a vast black billowing byre which momentarily marked the spot where 350 U.S. Navy men perished without a trace. Mount Hood was anchored in approximately 35 feet of water. The force of explosion blasted a trench in the harbor bottom, reported by divers as 1,000 feet long, 200 feet wide, and 85 feet maximum depth. In the trench was found the largest piece of the ship's hull, a piece less than 100 feet in its longest dimension. The destruction was complete. Nothing was found after the explosion except fragments of metal which struck other ships. There were no bits of human remains, no supplies of any kind, nothing that could be made out of wood or paper, with the single exception of a few tattered pieces of a signal book floating on the water several hundred yards away. The flying fragments from the Mount Hood smashed into some 30 other ships at the harbor, and harbor craft, bringing the total casualties to nearly 1,000 killed or wounded. Some harbor craft simply vanished with all hands. So, next time you're walking around Central Fire Station, look out of the corner of your eye. Perhaps there, in the place between time and reality, you'll see an Austin firefighter dressed in his Navy uniform who vanished without a trace, vaporized by the explosion of the Mount Hood.